And welcome to my YouTube channel India Gate. This is Nani Sharma. In this session of discrete mathematics, we talk about group and gate questions basis of the groups and algebraic structure. Now, before starting of this session, if you want gate tricks, gate tips and important points, so please subscribe my channel and click on bell icon for all notification of my new videos. So let's start. What is a group? So group is defined in various things and properties. Firstly, we discuss about the semi group and monoid. So let S be a non-empty set with an operation, then S is called semi group if the operation is associative and if the operation is also have the identity element, then S is called your monoid. Now comes to the what is the group. Let G be a non-empty set with binary operations, then G is called group if the following axioms and properties are held. First one is your associative law, second one is your identity law, third is your inverse and associative law. For any ABC in G, we have A, B in parentheses, C is equivalent to A in the parentheses B and C. So this is your associative law. Identity law, there exists an element E in G such that AE is equal to EA is equal to A. Means here E is represent your 1 and E is your equal to 1. Now move on. Next property is your inverse property. For each A in G, there exists an element A inverse in G such as A dot A inverse equal to A inverse A is equal to identity. Means abelian group. A group G is said to be abelian or commutative if commutative law hold is that if A equal to B, if AB is equal to BA for all AB is belong to G. Important point is that the member of element in a group G denoted by mod G is called the order of G and G is called the finite group if its order is finite. With positive integer n. Here positive integer with addition operation, it is your semi group because it is follow the associative property, and with multiplicative operation it is your monoid because it follow the both properties of monoid like your associativity as well as your entity element. So here another example is that the set Z is of integer is an abelian group. Yes, because here Z is also included negative and positive integers. So identity element is 0 and minus A is the additive inverse of the A in Z. Now move on. Next point is your cyclic subgroup. Let G be any group and let A be any element of G. As usual, we defined A complement equal to A and plus 1 is equal to n to power of n dot A. So all power of A here minus infinity to plus infinity from a subgroup of G is called the cyclic group generated by E, and we will denote this GP of A. The important point is smallest positive integer m such that e to power of m equal to E is called the order of A and is denoted by mod A. If mod A is equal to m, then it is called subgroup of GP A have a m element given by GP of A is equal to E, A square and till m A to power of m minus 1. Now What is a cyclic group? Basically, a cyclic group G is said to be cyclic if it has element A, such as G is equal to GP of A, means it is also contained as a cyclic. Next point is homomorphism. A mapping of F from group G into a group G dash is called homomorphism. If A of AB is equal to function of A and function of B, for every A and B is belong to G. For example, let G be a group of real number under the addition, and let G dash is a group of positive real number under the multiplication. So the mapping of F G to G dash defined by function of A is equal to 2 to the power of A is your homomorphism, because here A plus B is equal to 2 to the power of A plus B, and it is also defined as 2 to the power of A dot 2 to the power of B, and it is equal to your function of A dot function of B. Basis of the group. So first question is, some group G comma composite is known as abelian, then which of the following is true for G? Option A, G equal to G complement for every G is belong to capital G, and option B, G equal to G square for every G is belong to capital G, and option C, G composite of H of whole square is equal to G square composite to H square for every G H is belong to G. Now move on. Solution of this question is, here G composite of H of whole square is defined as G composite H and composite of G composite of H. Now since group is abelian, so it is commutative as well as associative. So applying the associative law and commutative law, so we got here it is G square composite H square. So it is, so option C is your correct answer. Now move on. Next question. Let E be a set of all non-singular matrices over a real number, and let asterisk be a matrix multiplicative operator. Then options are, option A is closed under multiplication operator, but A comma asterisk is not a semi-group. Option B, A comma asterisk is a semi-group but not monoid. Option C, A comma asterisk is monoid but not group, and option D, A comma asterisk is group but not abelian. So come to this solution of this question. Here applying all the properties of the group, so we got what is the correct answer. So first property is your closure property. So multiplication of the two non-singular matrices is also non-singular matrix. So we say that multiplication of matrix over non-singular matrix follows the closure property. Now move on. Next property is your associative property. So multiplication over any set of matrix is your associative. So here ABC is our non-singular matrix. Now move on. Next property is your identity element. Here identity matrix I is a identity element for matrix multiplication over the matrices, and I is non-singular matrix, so it is also satisfy identity element. Now come to the fourth properties. Now come to the fourth property, inverse element. For every non-singular matrix is its inverse exists. So non-singular matrix inverse element also exists. So it is also satisfied inverse element property. Now move on. Next property is your commutative property. So matrix multiplication is not commutative, means AB is not equal to BA. Hence we say that AB are non-singular matrix and matrix multiplication is not commutative. So A comma asterisk is group but not abelian. So option D is your correct answer. Now move on next question. Which of the following statement is false? Statement 1 or option A, the set of rational number is an abelian group under the addition, and option B, the set of integer is an abelian group under the addition. Option C, the set of rational number from a abelian group under the multiplication, and option D, the set of real number excluding 0 in an abelian group under the multiplication. Now move on. Solution of this question is option C, because here 0 is also rational number, and for 0 inverse does not exist under the multiplication. Therefore, the set rational number does not form a abelian group under the multiplication. Now move on next question. Which of the following is false? Option A, the set of all bijective function is infinite set forms a group under the function composition, and option B, the set of 1 2 3 till p minus 1 form a group under the multiplication mod p where p is the prime number, and option C, the set of all string over the finite alphabet sigma form a group under the concatenation, and option D, a set of subset S is not equal to phi of G is a subgroup of all the group G asterisk if and only if for any pair of the element A dot B is belong to S dot A asterisk P inverse is belong to S. Now move on. Solution of this question is that here option C is correct, because here in the option the set of the all string over the finite alphabet sigma does not form a group under the concatenation, because inverse of the string doesn't exist within respect of the concatenation. Now move on next question. Consider a set H of all 3 into 3 matrix of the type. So here matrix is given like this, and where A, B, C, D, E and F are real number, and A, B, C is not equal to 0 under the matrix multiplication operation, then H is a dash. So options are a group, option B, a monoid but not group, option C, a semigroup but not monoid, and option D, neither a group nor a semigroup. Now move on. Solution of this question. So here the set H is the closed under the multiplication upper lower triangle matrix will result only the upper triangle matrix, and second is that matrix multiplication is associative, means A star B star C is equal to A star B star C, and third is your identity element is I is equal to this matrix, and this is belong to H as I is an upper triangular matrix as well as lower triangular matrix. Now move on. Fourth properties of this group is, if A belong to H, then mod of A is equal to ABC. Since it is given that ABC is not equal to 0, it means mod A is also not 0. Every matrix belong to H. It is non-singular and has a unique inverse. Therefore, set H with matrix multiplication is a group. So option A is your correct answer. Now move on next question. The set 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9 under the multiplication modulo 10 is not a group. Given below are 4 possible reasons. Which of the following is false? Option A, it is not closed. Option B, 2 doesn't have an inverse. third, 3 doesn't have inverse, and fourth, 8 doesn't have inverse. So now solution is that A is belong to 1, 2, 3, 5, 7 and 9. So constructing the table which is x and y is belong to A means multiplication mode of 10 is represented like this table here. Now we know that 0 is not belong to A, but in the table we got the 0, so it is not closed under the option A is your true. Now come to the another. Here identity element is equal to 1 and 2.2 inverse is of mode 10 is equal to 1. This is correct. From the above we see that 2 inverse does not exist since 3 dot mod 10 is equal to 1 and therefore 7 is inverse of 3. So we say that 7 is belong to A. So option C is your false. And come to the option D is true since 8 doesn't have inverse. So we say that in short option C is your correct answer. Now move on next question. Which of the following is not necessarily a property of group? So option A is your correct. That is your commutativity, because we know that a group is closed under the associativity, existence of inverse and existence of identity. Now move on next question. For the composition table of a cyclic group, so below. So here cyclic group is given. Basis of the table, we found the choice of which choice is correct. So option A is A, B are generator, option B, B, C are generator, option C, C, D are generator, option D, D, A are generator. Now come to the solution of this question is that if an element is generator, all the element must be obtained as a power of the element. Try A, B, C, D only one by one to see which are the generator. When we applying the generator operator, we get A is equal to A square is A dot A is also A, and A cube is also equal to A means so on. Now A is not a generator. Now come to the B. When we applying B is equal to B, but B square is equal to A and B cube is also equal to B and B4 is also equal to A. So hence we say that B is not a generator. Now come to the another points. C equal to C. Okay, C square is equal to B and C cube is equal to D and C4 is equal to A. Since all of A, B, C, D have the generator as the power of C. Since C is the generator of group. Since C is the generator of the group. Similarly, D is equal to D, D square is equal to B and D cube is equal to C and D quadruple is equal to A. Hence we say that D is other generator. Now option C is your correct, that C and D is your generator. Now move on next question. Consider a set S equal to 1 omega square, where omega and omega square are cube root of the unity. If strict denote the multiplication operation, structure S comma star form option A group, option B a ring, option C a integral domain and option D is a field. So come to the solution of this question is that the structure n square comma nth root of the unity with multiplicative operation always form a group. When n is equal to 3, we have get the set of 1 w square under the multiplication operation, which is also the form a group. Or we say that the fact is that 1 w square under the multiplicative operation form a group can be also seen in the fact of the it is satisfy the 4 properties of the group. First one is your closure property. Second one is your associativity, third is identity, and four is your inverse property. Now, according to associativity, according to the identity, the inverse table, we can see that identity element one is exist and inverse of the one is also one, so it is also exist on their sides. Now, it is not a ring as well as integral domain or field. We need two binary operations to satisfy, whereas here have only one operations given to choice. So option A is correct, means it is a group. Now move on next question. There are two elements x and y in a group G star, such that every element in the group can be written as a product of the sum and numbers x and y's in the sum of the order. It is given as x into x, y into y is equal to x into y into x into y is equal to yx is equal to e. So there, where E is the identity element, the maximum number of elements in such a group is dash. So come to the solution of this question. Now come to the solution here. First is E is identity element, second is x asterisk x is equal to E. So we say that x equal to x inverse and y asterisk y is equal to E. It is also equal to y inverse. And here come to the apply the properties of the associativity. So we got this first equation, and also applying the second, it is equal to your E, means your identity element. Now x into y into x is equal to x into y x. It means here x star E star x is also equivalent to your x star x is equal to E. So we say that x into y inverse is equal to y into x. It is your second equation. Now from first and second equation we got that x into y is equal to y into x. Therefore, four distinct elements is possible in this given group. First is your E, second one is your x, and third one is y, and fourth is your xy. So all the combination are equal to one of these four as they given in the below. So xy is equal to yx, already proved. 3 times x is equal to x, e is equal to x, x y is equal to xy and x, xy is equal to y, and yx xxy is equal to y, and so on. So we say that the group G is equal to x e y x into y. So total number of elements in the group G is equal to 4. And this session is ended here. I hope you understand all the points. Thank you for watching.